When we think of nurturing in the animal kingdom, it's often maternal instincts that steal the spotlight. But equally impressive and deserving of acclaim are the lesser-known qualities and behaviors of the best animal fathers. In this video, you'll learn about 9 of the most protective animal fathers and why they're arguably the best dads in the animal kingdom. Subscribe to the channel and you can learn many interesting facts about the world of wildlife. Watch the video until the end and decide if you agree with our opinion about who is the best father in nature. Seahorses are unique because they belong to the fish family Syngnathidae, a family characterized by male pregnancy. Male seahorses have a pouch where females deposit their eggs. Once deposited, the male fertilizes the eggs and incubates them for a period of up to 45 days, until they emerge as fully developed little seahorses. Seahorse fathers have a distended stomach during pregnancy and even experience contractions as they give birth. There are few examples in nature of a father more dedicated to their offspring than the emperor penguin. After the female lays an egg, her nutritional reserves become depleted, and she must return to feed in the ocean for 2 months. This leaves the responsibility of keeping the egg warm through the freezing Antarctic winter to the father. The emperor penguin dad spends 2 months holding the egg precariously between the tops of his feet and his brooding pouch. Throughout the brutal winter, when freezing winds can reach 120 milligrams, the father doesn't eat anything, dedicating all his time to incubating the egg. Male red foxes are doting and indulgent dads, and they enjoy playing and roughhousing with their pups, as most dads do. While the pups are young, the father hunts every day, providing a food delivery service to the den for the cubs and their mother. After about 3 months, though, the cubs experience a rude awakening. No more free food. The father stops feeding them as a tactic to get the pups to leave the den. But he doesn't make them go cold turkey. He buries food close to the den to help teach them how to sniff and forage for food. Perhaps no group of animals contains so many dedicated fathers as frogs and toads. There are frog fathers that carry their tadpoles in their mouths, often refusing to eat until the tadpoles are old enough to survive on their own. Other frog fathers embed their spawn inside their skin, often on their backs or legs, such as with the aptly named midwife toad. In one frog species called the pouched frog, males even have a specialized pouch to carry their young while they mature, just like female marsupials. Despite their fearsome reputation as apex predators, male wolves are attentive, monogamous, and fiercely protective dads that live with their mates for life. A wolf pack is a family group made up of a male and female pair and their cubs. After a female wolf gives birth, she sticks close to her helpless pups and doesn't leave her den for several weeks. Meanwhile, the dad stands guard and hunts for food to share with his new family, since pups can start eating meat at 3 weeks old. Whereas a female wolf will regurgitate meat to share with a litter, the dad will provide entire pieces of fresh kill. As a young pup grows, the dad takes on the role of a stern but sometimes playful mentor, helping integrate the pup into the pack. A typical gorilla father is in charge of a clan as large as 30 gorillas. He is responsible for finding food for his group, which is a big job seeing as gorillas typically eat up to 50 pounds of food per day. He is quite respectful of the mother of his children, always dining with her first before letting the kids join in on the meal. Gorilla dads are also very attentive, fending off threats by fiercely beating their chests and charging enemies. They often have to fight off other male gorillas, who are known to kill baby gorillas when trying to take over the group. A gorilla father spends a good deal of time with their young until they become teenagers, playing lovingly with his offspring and settling any arguments that arise between siblings. Sure, the small and furry tree-dwelling primates known as marmosets are outrageously cute, but male marmosets also take their roles as fathers very seriously. With the help of other family members, including older siblings, The typical marmoset dad grooms, feeds, and gives piggyback rides to his infant children while the marmoset mom steps away and takes on a decidedly disinterested parenting role after a few weeks. Marmoset fathers will also act as attentive midwives during the birth of their newborns, going as far as to clean up the afterbirth and bite off the umbilical cord. Much like the emperor penguin, the rhea is a large, flightless species of bird from South America, in which the males dutifully incubate the female's eggs until they hatch. However, the male rhea, an ostrich look-alike and member of the ratite family, is polygamous, courting up to 12 females at a time. Despite their wandering eyes and many mates, male rheas never abandon their offspring. In addition to incubating as many as 50 eggs at a time for 6 weeks, the rhea father is in charge of nest building and is responsible for raising the chicks for the first 6 months without any assistance from their mothers. Those aren't ordinary lumps on the back of this male water bug. Those are his children. Giant water bugs display the most dedicated paternal care in the insect world by carrying eggs on their wings until they hatch. Sometimes they carry as many as 150 eggs for a week at a time. You'll want to avoid messing with a water bug father because he can deliver one of the most painful bites among insects, which explains why this bug is sometimes called a toe biter. For these dads, it's all about protecting themselves and their eggs. The male lion sometimes gets a bad rap when it comes to parenting. He's known for lounging in the shade while his lioness risks her life hunting all day long. And hunting is no easy task for her, considering male lions eat about 65 pounds of meat per day. What's worse, when mom brings in a kill, dad always gets dibs on the first juicy cut before mom and the kids get to eat. However, when a threat appears, the male lion really steps up and becomes ferociously protective of his pride, which can consist of 30 or more lionesses and cubs. When he senses danger, his fatherly intuition kicks in, and he does anything and everything to ensure the safety of his family. Thank you for being with us until the end. If you love the living world as much as we do, subscribe to the channel and learn more about nature and its inhabitants.